property with a nice view, and we're going to be building a fire pit down the bottom of these steps down there, and I'm going to take you through the process of how we do it. This one's going to be a circular fire pit with some seating using recycled railway sleepers, and it's going to be down where that blue paint can is down the bottom, and then all that garden bed is going to be lawn, so it should be a nice transformation. So the first thing we want to do is mark out everywhere that we're going to be digging for the fire pit. So we know that our bowl is going to be 700mm diameter, so we'll do a 350mm radius around this stake, which it's got a nail in there, so you can hook your tape measure around it and then hold the spray paint at 350mm. So that's the size of our fire pit bowl, and we want to be at least 900mm further back. So the radius of the seating circle is going to be 1250, so that's 900 plus half of the bowl, 350, 1250. So go back to 1250. So that's where the seat will be, the front of the seat. So if you're sitting here nicely, the fire there, it's a good distance away, so that no matter how big the fire gets, it should be pretty safe. It can still reach into toast marshmallows. The seat depth is going to be 450mm, so we go back from the 1250 at 450, so that's 1700. Same deal again, so this is the back of the seat. And then we're using the recycled railway sleepers, so they're 130mm thick. So then we'll go back another 130, so 1830, and that'll be the back of our wall that sits behind the seat. That's it. So you can see this section here will be 130mm wide sleepers, which will come up as like a backrest. Then we have the seat here, which will be 450mm deep and 450mm high, which is going to have the sleepers on the front with decking boards as the seat. And there's a gap, and then your fire pit in the middle. So now we need to dig it out. So this is where we got up to yesterday with the fire pit. You can still see in the centre there the blue paint where we're going to have the fire pit sitting, and then we've dug out that first line that we marked, which will be where the front of the seat is, and then around the outside you can still see a little bit of the blue marking there, which is where the back of the seat will be. And we've also got these sleepers cut, ready to go in that trench that we've dug. We'll get that concrete in today, and then once that concrete is concreted in, we'll dig the second bit. We didn't want to dig it all in one go because it's all a big solid bit of concrete, and you have to use about 30% more concrete rather than doing it here. What we've done, fill that in with concrete, and then that'll go off, and then we'll dig the next trench, and it'll all be good to go without caving in. So we've got our first three in here, and they're held together by this scrap bit of timber, and we're just going to continue to do three at a time. Hold two extras now that we've got this one in place. So we'll put one in there, get that level. Grab another one, and then once they're both level, just chuck another piece of timber across the top, shoot them off, and then onto the next one. So here it is, all braced up, the first section ready for concreting. So they've all been measured 1250 from that stake in the middle there. It's starting to look pretty good, even just with these ones in. So we'll concrete these ones in. This is the entrance here, and we'll finish that off once we do the ones around the outside, which will be the backrest. we're bracing it differently to the way we did the base ones, because we had the braces sitting on top of them, and that obviously can't happen with the jagged edges. So just a little brace in between, and then holding one from back to front so that the taller ones can't fall back. So then once this is concreted in, then we can build the frame internally of the 2 rows of sleepers for the decking boards to sit on. Just about there with the fire pit in lawn, so I thought I'd show you the way we did the joists. So originally I was going to do some 90 by 45, just 200mm pieces all attached individually along the back and the inside for the decking boards to attach to, but then I woke up at 5 AM one morning with this idea of using composite decking, because it's a bit more flexible than normal timber, so that wrapped around nicely, and we've just doubled that up so that we've got plenty of joists to screw onto for the decking boards. So you can see they're starting to get on there. Once we get them all on, we'll work out the center line again and then mark it and cut it so they're all consistent. So it should be pretty soon. And now we've got the boards all cut in, so now we're going to trim the front of them off so it's got a nice curve to it, because it'd be impossible to do that individually. So I've rigged up this little construction here. We've got this bit of timber running across, and I've screwed it from the bottom so that then we can put a bit of decking board on top, and then I'm cocky. And then the decking board will be at the same height as the top of the seat. So I'll work out the center again, put a screw through there, and we drilled a hole in this decking board bigger than the screw so it slides easier. And then this end drilled another hole for the pencil to sit through, and the bottom of the pencil is poked out the bottom, and there's a screw in there to make sure the pencil can't move back and forth. So then it's as simple as just marking it like that. So then you could either just go along that with your jigsaw and cut it all freehand, but we're going to try, and we've hooked up the jigsaw to this bit of timber, so we'll do the same thing. We'll hook that up there, screw it through, and then hopefully we cut that, swing it around, it should be the same diameter hopefully. So I've got this jig set up, I've followed it around to see if it's in the right spot. It looks pretty good, so I'm going to cut with the jigsaw on the jig and see how we go. So I get the new blades I bought. I got the new blades on, so that should make it easy to cut, so away we go. When I started cutting in, it started pushing the blade away. I don't know if it's anything to do with the flexibility in the timber or the angle of the jigsaw, but I'm going to shelve that idea, go with the actual way of using the jigsaw by itself with no jig, and follow the pencil mark that we've done, and then we'll sand off the edges. Yep. So there's the seat all cut with the jigsaw, and we also used a sander just to take off the edges so they're a bit not as sharp on the top and the bottom of it, just in case you put your hands on the bottom. The next thing you're going to do is put the gravel in the centre, and then I'm going to pick up the fire pit today to put in there. Lawn goes in the rest of the area tomorrow, and this area will be all done. So there it is, the complete product all done and looking pretty fantastic, I think. So we cut the inside diameter and then used a sander to soften off the edges, and put the fire pit in, wood in there, ready to kickstart that and toast some marshmallows. I've just done the drone shots as well, so they'll be coming up next.